Hi everyone, this is David Goldberg. Welcome to my channel, David the Realtor, and today we will be talking about 5 major projects coming to LA this year, 2021. So before we talk about this year, we need to talk about what the trend in the current marketplace is. What has happened the past couple of years, what is going to be happening in the next couple of years, and how does that relate to what's happening this year, 2021. 2020 saw major projects like Sophie Stadium in Inglewood, NoHo West in North Hollywood, and the Hope and Flower Tower in downtown Los Angeles. We saw more completions in 2019, and we saw a lot of inventory come on in that year. Now, looking forward to 2022 through 2024 and even beyond, we have quite a few major projects scheduled for completion, and we're in a huge build-up to the 2028 Olympics here in Los Angeles, so LA will be changing over the next few years or so. Now that we know that we're in between waves of development, what's opening this year? So the first project we're going to talk about is the Metro Crenshaw Line. The Metro Crenshaw Line is one of LA's biggest pieces of infrastructure currently under development. The line will be 8.5 miles long. It will contain 8 stations upon opening, and it will connect from the Metro Green Line down in the El Segundo area. It'll go through Westchester, Inglewood, Leimert Park, and the Crenshaw West Adams area, and finally connect to the Expo Line. An additional station at 96th Street will be open in about 2023-2024 when the LAX People Mover is finished. Now, another project that will be affecting the Crenshaw Line is the Centinela Grade Separation Project. That begins construction at the end of 2022 and will go through at least 2024 and will impact commuters using the Crenshaw Line as their regular means of transportation. The third major project that will be impacting the Crenshaw Line will be the Inglewood People Mover, which will link the downtown Inglewood Station Crenshaw Line with the Forum, with Sophie Stadium, and with the new Clipper Stadium. There are potential plans to connect the LAX People Mover and the Crenshaw People Mover, but that is just a proposal at this moment. Finally, Metro is also studying how to extend the Crenshaw Line up towards Hollywood and Highland, and they are considering multiple routes down La Brea, La Cienega, and a few others. I will link you to that study down below. The next major project that will be opening in LA this year is the Academy Museum of Motion Picture Arts. The museum opens in September of this year and is considered to be an adaptive historic reuse of the Mayco building on Wilshire Boulevard in Mid-City. The Academy Museum of Motion Picture Arts will be located next to LACMA across the street from the Peterson Museum and will be walking distance from the Purple Line Fairfax Station when that opens in 2024. According to the Academy, the goal of the museum is, quote, to exhibit the past, present, and future of the movie industry and to house a collection of photographs, films, video assets, iconic costumes, props, and more. Now, the Academy Museum will also be adding the David Geffen Theater. It's being built in a unique spherical structure and a glass geodesical dome, and it will contain a 1,000-seat theater for, quote, performances, screenings, and premieres. The next major project that will be completed in LA in 2021.
Hi everyone, there's been a change of plans, so VoiceOver David is here. Anyway, the third major project is the Taylor Yard Bridge. The bridge spans 400 feet across the LA River and connects Elysian Valley with Cypress Park. The bridge was designed by SPFA architects and contains a bike path as well as a pedestrian path. The bridge is the third new pedestrian and bike path to span the LA River to be built since 2019. The bridge joins the Pacific Electric Redcar pedestrian bridge between Glendale and Silver Lake, as well as the North Atwater Bridge between Atwater Village and Griffith Park. These projects are all a part of the LA River Revitalization Project, which will improve connections both to and along the 51-mile-long river.
The next notable project coming to LA in 2021 is the Citizen M Hotel coming to downtown Los Angeles. It will be opening sometime in the first half of 2021. What's unique about this structure is it is LA's first modular high-rise. The structure is built off-site and is transported to the construction site where they can put it together, and it is described like putting together a giant Lego set. Now, one of the advantages of modular construction is lower construction cost, not because the material costs are lower, but because it is much quicker to put together a modular building. For this particular project, the modular construction sets consist of 2 hotel rooms and what is essentially a standard shipping container. Now, one of the benefits with using modular construction is that their rooms are actually quieter and there's actually more insulation because of the steel structure surrounding the rooms. So the hotel, when it opens, will have 310 rooms over 11 stories. Hey everyone, this is VoiceOver David. This is not an ad, this is not sponsored. I just wanted to say, I have stayed at a Citizen M. I stayed at the Citizen M Amsterdam Airport Hotel back in, I believe, either 2011 or 2012 or so. The hotel itself is pretty cool. When you walk into the room, there is a bed that goes pretty much from wall to wall. The rooms are a little bit on the smaller side, but everything is connected by technology. The really cool part about the showers is that they're surrounded by an LED light ring, so when you're taking a shower, you can actually control the lighting, the color of the lighting, and give yourself a really cool vibe. So, like I said, not an ad, not sponsored, but if you're looking for a really quality and affordable hotel, you could do a lot worse than Citizen M. Finally, we have made it to the major apartments opening in 2021. So for this year, I've selected 3 major projects that are going to either be some of the largest apartment buildings in LA County or just otherwise are going to be large skyscraper projects. The first major apartment building opening this year is the Kurve in KoreaTown. It is being developed by Jameson and Hankey Investments. It's a $300 million project, and it consists of a 23-story skyscraper with 610 apartments and 15,000 square feet of retail. The second major project opening this year will be Vox. It is a part of the project called Cumulus. It is phase 2 of it. Phase 1 opened at the end of last year. It was called ARC. And Cumulus consists of 11 acres, 1,210 apartment units, and ARC contains a 31-story tower which opened at the end of last year, and Vox will be opening this year and will contain a 7-story podium-style building with 100,000 square feet of retail opening this year, and that includes a Whole Foods that is signed on as a major tenant. Finally, the Pomegranate Ferrante to downtown Los Angeles. It is the largest of their developments. It will be containing 1,500 apartments on a 10-acre site. So we've made it through 2021, and I just want to briefly look ahead towards 2022 and beyond. Now in 2022, we're going to have projects like the Grand and like the Regional Connector come online, and we're going to have more skyscraper projects come online between 22 and 24. From 2024 through 2028, there are a lot of projects in the pipeline that will be built in conjunction with the 2028 Olympics coming to LA. Thank you for making it this far in the video. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give me a like, subscribe if you find this to be interesting, and share if you found this information to be useful. I really appreciate it. Until next time, bye!